So I've been wanting to do this video for the longest, and I don't know why I've really been putting it off, but I know just yesterday I started filming, and then I remember it just like stuff kept just not going right. So I was like, should I even do this video then? And then I saw a video that was like, tell your story, like you need to help other people, long story short. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the video. So pretty much, for those of you that know me in real life, you know that I made a video about God told me to leave my boyfriend. And in real life, I did leave him, but I ended up going back to him. So what happened was he ended up going to jail again. He was in jail for like a month, and then we didn't talk for the first month. And then we started talking again. And I believe we started talking because, yeah, he was having dreams that I was pregnant, and I was having dreams that I was pregnant. It was just a whole bunch of just stuff like that going on. So we started conversing again. Then I would be spending hundreds of dollars just to talk to this man like every single day while he was in jail for the months that he was in jail. And pretty much he would be in there, you know, reading his Bible and act like he's talking to God, which he could have been. And, you know, but just acting like God was reforming him to get back together with me. And so I was falling for it. You know, he was pretty much religion baiting me. Like, you know, acting like he's believing in now what I'm believing in. Because that was a major rift in our relationship. Because we had only been together for 7 months by the time I made that breakup video. And majorly, most of the problems came because we didn't have the same faith. And also who he was as a person, you know, just being a cheater, manipulator, liar, that type of person. So, you know, I thought when he went to jail, he was, you know, in there getting reformed. He's becoming a believer now. He's been in there for some months. I'm like, okay, God is doing this to bring us back together. This is what I was thinking. Silly me. So we ended up, yeah, I remember too, he would also be like reading these Bible verses. Like he said, I think God is trying to tell me that you're my wife because this one verse said in the 10th month you'll meet your wife. And how long have we been talking about now? Because by then it had been the 10th month. Like, so we had broke up by the 7th month, and then by the time we started back talking, it would have been the 10th month. So he was pretty much just trying to say, like, you know, God is telling me that you're my wife, when that's probably not what God was telling him. But I was just falling for it because that's what I wanted to hear. So I'm like, great, this is my husband, cool. If that's what he say, like he getting closer to God, all this, I'm like, great. So he would be like, I'm gonna get you pregnant and da-da-da-da. I don't know why that wasn't a red flag for me, like on top of the billion other things, but that's what he would be saying. And then I wasn't on birth control at the time. I had been on birth control my whole life, but I had got off when he went off to jail because I knew I wasn't gonna be doing anything. And so I wasn't on it for a while. I was trying to give my body a break, and I didn't know when he would be coming back until he was like, I'm coming home this date. Boom. I didn't make a birth control appointment. I should have. But I was also thinking that I could be pregnant from these dreams. And so it was just a weird time. It was so weird. So, long story short, when he got out, I ended up getting pregnant like a few days after he got out. And I was just watching this video too, not that long ago. And it was like, if you're going to take a man back, it needs to be a trial period. Like, you need to not have sex with him during that period, because you need to really see who he's about to show you who he is before you have a tie with this man, like a baby or something you can't get rid of, God forbid. But mine ended up being a baby. And I ended up getting tied to this person before I could see that this person is never gonna change, until, you know, he slowly but surely started showing those traits that he had before he ever went in. You know, because me, I'm thinking jail is gonna reform him. I'm new to this. I'm young, you know. Even though my mom, she tried to talk to me. Everybody tried to talk to me and tried to, like, because it didn't even look right, me being who I am, taking jail calls. You know, humbly saying, me being who I am, taking jail calls, it just didn't look right. So everybody would be looking at me like, but you know, I'm thinking, oh, I'm in love, da-da-da-da. And so, yeah, so he slowly started showing those traits. He'd be messaging girls on Snapchat. I caught him texting his ex. It was just stuff like that. And slowly but surely, after a while, you know, I guess after so many times getting caught, he claimed he stopped doing those things. But during that time, by the time he stopped, quote unquote, I was getting this heavy conviction from God yet again. I was just getting this strong feeling. I would wake up feeling it. it would just feel dreadful. I would look at him like, man, I'm not supposed to be with this dude. And it would, cause I would feel dreadful every day. Like, and I couldn't, it just wasn't, it didn't feel right. Like, I remember I had a dream about breaking my nail in a dream. I looked up what one of the dream meanings means, because I'm always like looking at my dreams, what they mean. And like, it was symbolic for, it said you need to stop pretending like you love people. And oh my gosh, like my heart sunk, because I was like, so I don't even love them for real? What is this? Like, what is going on? Like, and it would just be like, I'm like, I thought I loved the man. I don't even love him. But it would be like, that came after all the times too that I was catching him doing stuff. And then I would be pregnant, going to work every single day. He would be at home chilling. I remember I was at the library for hours just filling him out applications for him to get a job, because he just would not be motivated to go to work. And for me, I'm a go-getter. I don't just sit on my butt and just wait for people to hand me stuff. I go get it. And it would make me so uncomfortable that I would be going to work every day and he would be at the crib chilling. So I would fill out all those applications for him. I think he actually finally ended up getting a job for like a month because I had filled out. So yeah, I ended up filling out him an application, and then he ended up working at a place that I filled out his application for. Then he started, you know, helping me with my rent and stuff like that, because I gave him a few months after he got out, because I'm like, or like a month or so to, you know, adjust back to life. Like, you know, okay, you don't have to help me yet. I know you just got out of jail. But after a while, it's like, okay, it's time to go to work now. I need help around here. You know, I'm paying for everything. I'm pregnant. Yeah, so anyway, long story short, yeah, so I would be filling out all those applications. He finally did get a job, and he started helping me a little bit. But then by that time, it was kind of just, I guess I was just getting fed up, as well as my conviction from God. It was like, girl, you're not supposed to be with him. What are you doing? And so I left. I remember the day that I left, too, because I kept giving him a vibe. Like, I kept telling him, I'm like, no, we're not supposed to be together. Like, I just feel like we're not supposed to be together. And he just didn't understand it. And I'm just like, nah, we just not supposed to be together. And I remember the day that I left, because he could feel it. I'm like, he was like, babe, are we done? And I was like it crushed me to even say, but I was like, even after everything he did, I still was just like, man, yeah. I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, we done, bro. And then I remember I left to Florida to go stay with my mama. While I was pregnant, I still left because I just I couldn't do it no more. And I kid you not, a week after I left, this man probably started having sex with people the day that I left, but a week after I left, another girl was pregnant. And I didn't find out about this girl until a few months down the line, after his ex, the other girl that I was having problems with during me and his relationship. I reached out to her because he is a liar, and he would be here acting like he's not doing anything, like he just wants to work on getting back together with me, and he's just, you know, still working on him and all this stuff. So I reached out to her because I know she gonna tell me the truth. You gonna lie to me. So I reached out to her, and I was like, yeah, so have y'all been doing anything or anything like that? Anything like that. Lo and behold, she said, yeah, girl, we just had sex a couple days ago. He's also having sex with this stripper who's pregnant, and the baby could be his. And he's also living with this other girl. I was like, huh? Like, all of this hit me at once. I'm okay, so another girl's pregnant. You have sex with your ex. You live with another girl. So I brought all this to him. I'm like, bro, you got somebody pregnant? He like, well, it could be mine. I didn't tell you because I don't know if it's mine or not. I didn't want you to get mad. You having sex with your ex? Well, you can't be mad at that because you left me. It was only one time and I was drunk. Then I said, you living with a female? No, I'm not living with no female, bro. Or the girl should just be lying, bro. I'm like, okay. I'm like, but she telling the truth about the other two parts. She gonna lie about the third part? I'm like, why would she lie about the third part? Like, so I'm like, I've been fishy since then. That was in October, something like that. She told me that. And yeah, she told me he was living with a girl. He would still say he's staying with a guy. So I found all that out. I've picked him up from that address a couple times. He was still telling me, it's a man, it's a man, it's a man. I'm living with a dude. Like, it's my homie, you know? And I would be, like, falling for it. And so, eventually, it just got so toxic. We were just so toxic. Even when we're not together, because he would still claim we want to be together so bad, but he would be so toxic to me. He would be so, like, mentally, verbally abusive. Like, And there's times when he has touched me, it pulled my hair type of stuff. He's never hit me, but he has been physical. And all of that on top of everything that you've done. And so it was just a lot. And I'm like, wow, I'm pregnant. Now I gotta wait and see if this other girl baby is yours, because it's not even that I care that you having another baby, but it was more of like, everybody knows that I'm pregnant by you. Like, everybody that I know, I didn't even tell people. When me and him, when I first left him, nobody knew. Like, people probably still thought that we was together. So then to find out like that you have another girl pregnant and her baby was born just a few months after mine, like, I was like, wow, I got myself into some mess. I can laugh about it now, but I was like, wow, I really had a baby by the worst person possible. And I had all the signs, and I still made that decision. So, long story short, ended up finding out the stripper's baby is indeed his. Just found that out recently. I don't feel away anymore. I cared at first. I don't anymore. But now it's just like, yeah, he's just not my type of dude. You know, you out here recklessly sleeping with strippers. No offense to people who strip, because I'm not judging you for that, but you just out here recklessly sleeping with anybody with no protection. Like, you asking for something, that's what and now you got these 2 babies. You not in the house with neither one of them, because I refuse to allow the man to be in my house. I know if I allowed him to be in my house, that means I would have to tolerate everything that comes with him, because he's the type of person that he was like that before me, during me, he's like that after me. And so you have to tolerate a lot if you want that type of person to be around you. And I'm just not interested in that no more. You know, now I could just use it as just a learning lesson. But I'm just trying to expose to y'all just the type of person that he is, how he's treated me, how he was to me, even while I was pregnant. Like, he's not my type of man. And I'm just thanking God that he's opening my eyes really now, because I was able to easily get manipulated. Like, even up until 2 days ago, because our only line of communication is emails, because if even if I block him from my phone number, he will come calling me private. So I blocked his email, so his emails go to the junk mail. If I wait a couple of days, check the junk mail, it's at least 30 to 40 emails in there. And they're all, maybe 1 or 2 is about Kaden. The rest of them is, you better not be having nobody over there. You better not be dating no dude. You better not be having sex. You better not. But meanwhile, he'll do all that and still be doing him. So it's all about a control thing. And I'm just not trying to let nobody control me no more. So he don't have no control over me. He was just saying up until 2 days ago, I'm moving there with you and Kaden. I want to be with you. But then the man to flip the script so bad and talk about me so crazy to everybody and anybody who would listen. So that's really why I be having to clear my name, because I don't tell nobody nothing. Like, I really don't speak on a lot of stuff. And I'm like, if y'all knew the truth, this is why I have to clear my name, because I'm like, this man, he does a lot of flexing, a lot of all that to the public, but then behind closed doors, he wants to be in this relationship so bad. When really, I know it's not even about that. He really just want to have control over me, and I will not go for it no more, because he want to have control over this girl, this girl, this girl, whoever gonna let them control him. Control them. And you know, I'm just learning from it. So that's all I can do. And I just want to be like motivational to other people. Like, really, just the moral of my whole story was like, I listened to God, I left him. My mistake was going back thinking that he was going to be different after that, and then I shortly just found out that he was never going to change. And so if God is warning you about a person, if he's giving you signs about a person, it's because he knows more than you do. He knows that person's heart, how that person really feels about you. He knows the conversations that that person is having with other people behind your back when they come to you and they say they love you so much and they want to be with you so bad. But he knows what's really going on. So that's why the signs come. That's why you see everything. And another sign that I have to talk about, because one time I was chilling with this person. I was sitting in his car, and I seen this picture drawn. I can't even explain all of the details because it's crazy, but it was a picture drawn. It was of this boy walking with this girl, and the girl was blind. The boy was holding a knife where the girl couldn't see it, of course, because she's blind. and he had a mask on, but the mask was ripped off. Like, this is crazy, but I have to explain it because I know y'all not even gonna believe it, but it was real. And I was with this person when I saw this picture. The mask was ripped off of the boy, and he had an evil demon face under the mask. It was an evil face under the mask. The mask was ripped off. He had a knife in his hand that the girl couldn't see. The girl was blind. She was walking with the man. Look, kid you not, the other day, I saw this video. It said, it must be such an injury to the narcissist that even a blind girl saw through his mask. And what's crazy is I was just sitting and thinking about the picture that I saw. I had to sit, so I was watching the video, and I had to pause it because I thought about the picture. I had to dissect the picture. And I was like, because I was thinking about this person, and I was like, this dude had an evil face underneath his nice smiling mask with a knife, with a girl blind. She couldn't see him. I don't know. Moral of the story is the girl was blind, walking with a person who she thought that it was a nice person, but underneath it was the devil, pretty much. And then for the video to say even the blind girl saw through his mask, and I had just like, I'm just now like really understanding who this person really is, evil, and they will never ever change. I was like, wow. So even that, one time too, oh my goodness, it's just so much. I just be wanting to tell y'all everything. One time he had emailed me and he was like, it's funny how you don't take no accountability for this. It's just all my disorder. And I had just been learning about narcissistic personality disorder. And he sent me that message. He put disorder, and then he sent another email. He said fault, like he corrected it to fault. He meant his fault, but he accidentally put disorder. And I have these emails. And when he accidentally put disorder, I was like, so he really is a like this. If everything else didn't show me he was a narcissist, it was still little stuff like that, like how you accidentally type disorder. And I'm learning about the disorder. So that man is a full-blown narcissist. Narcissists don't change. For me, now I know. That's all I needed to know, that you would never change. Because now I can never be manipulated. You can never get me back again. I don't want to ever go back. I know it's just going to be the same thing. So now I get to just raise my beautiful, gorgeous blessing of a baby and just wait on who God has for me, because I will never, ever, ever, ever tolerate the things that I was tolerating in that relationship. And I would never be that easily manipulated that I'm falling for somebody's words, because a person can talk all day. If their actions don't match their words, they keep showing you that they're the same type of person continuously, that's who they're going to be. And so for me, that's just what I'm learning now. And now I feel good. Like, I'm actually happy because I can actually grow and learn from this and know that I'm doing the right thing. And I've set standards for myself now that not just nobody can, you feel me? I don't even be talking to people like that because I don't even want people to get the wrong idea. I don't want to waste my time with the wrong kind of person. Honestly, that's why I'm like, I'm just let God lead that person into my life, because I have, said that before and I didn't listen. But now, I saw what not listening got me. God didn't want me to have a baby at this time with that kind of person. So the baby is the blessing, of course. I love my baby so much. Like, he's my heart, everything I pray for. But God did not want me to have a baby by him. And so that's the lesson in it all, because I remember I used to be looking at Kate and I used to be like, this ain't that bad. Like, this is a beautiful baby. Like, this is like, what, God, why you didn't want me to have a baby by this man? And it's because it ain't the baby that's the problem. The baby is the blessing. It does not matter. But it's the person now that I have to pretty much share my kid with, or, co-parent with, who I can barely even have a conversation with without them cussing me out, talking to me crazy. So that's what I have to deal with now. And I just don't like how he tries to paint his picture to the public. Like, my sister was like, it's a social media him and then it's the real him. We know the real him. Like, social media him is a whole different him than who he tries to be, who he is in private. So, yeah. Anyways, that's just my story time of what happened. Call me dumb or whatever, but the best thing to do is not judge and just learn from others. And that's what I'm learning too, because I used to be the same girl that was like, I would never be a baby mama. Like, y'all dumb. Like, all these girls getting pregnant, y'all so stupid. Like, and I used to be that same girl, because I see a lot of girls that still like that. And then a lot of them end up getting pregnant. I'm like, yep, because God will humble you quick. Don't ever be like, I ain't that stupid. Especially if you laying down having unprotected sex and you're not on birth control. Please do not ever call a girl stupid for being a baby mama or having a baby by somebody that she figured out she didn't really want to be with. Don't ever do that. Because if y'all are out here doing the same things, y'all out here unprotected, all that, then it's bound to happen to you too. And God is in the business of humbling people. So stay humble. Trust me, I know this. Because I used to be that same type of person. But I just hate those type of people, like they judge or they get out of a situation, they act like they ain't never been in it. Like, no, once you go through some stuff, use it to help other people. So yeah, a lot of people supported my video. A lot of people liked my video. A lot of people wanted me to make more videos. And you know, I was just dealing with a lot during that time. And so I had to actually wait until I was ready, till I could tell my story and when everybody would listen. And so now I am ready to start making my videos and stuff. And I'm actually very excited because I just have a lot to talk about. Like a lot of stuff that's weird, or people think it's crazy, or just a lot of like just real stuff dealing with friends or guys, or just, you know, learning. Mostly just bringing it all back to God, because I've been so grateful. Like, it's crazy. I'm just been so grateful. And I'm just thanking God for every moment and every day. And I'm actually can grow to like really learn to how to be happy now, you know, without having to get it from another source or something. And I'm actually loving it because I have so much peace now. And now I can just, you know, let God lead me in the way that I should be led, like a queen should. And so that's what I would do. And thank you guys. It's say bye, bye-bye. It's say bye, bye-bye. It's say bye, bye-bye.